What's up, guys? Mike down here in the basement. So there's a lot of internet influencers who they like to make videos about like how to be an alpha male or how to be good with women or money or whatever. But I'm here to teach you how to be a loser. That's right, how to succeed as a loser. Yeah. So one thing that losers do is they all get together and chant, right? So like you see people like on the side of the road, or people that like these protesters and things like that, people going down the road protesting, and they're all like, there's somebody with like the little megaphone, and the person on the megaphone is saying something, and then everybody is chanting it. Okay? Those people are all fucking losers. Sorry, it's just true. And it's not really what their political message, I don't give a shit about any of that. It's the fact that you are like walking down the street and you're chanting some like rhyme that someone else, like, it's like, repeat after me, da 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 da, repeat after me, da 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 da, repeat after me, da 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 da. I'm a fucking loser. I'm a fucking loser. If you do that, you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. It's just true. You're a fucking loser. Everybody that I see that does that shit, I think they're a fucking loser. And it doesn't matter if they're screaming for abortion rights or if they're chanting USA, USA, USA. I mean, what the fuck? Look at this fucking groupthink motherfucker over here who has completely sold out to the group and has no individuality. You're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser if you do that shit. So if you want to be a loser, join the groups that bitch about stuff. Or go to the football games and chant USA, USA, whatever. You're a fucking loser. What else do losers do? Now let's talk more about like men and specifically. Well, this is something a loser man might do is, and everybody would agree with this probably, is that they send dick pics to chicks. Or how do we say, like DM girls they don't know in an inappropriate way, right? You're a fucking loser. If you want to be a loser, DM chicks your dick. That's what you should do. You should totally do that. How else can you be a loser? Well, let's see. If you, there's one that nobody, I would assume that like, oh, how do I say this? Okay, here's that one. If you go to the bar and you just like you go to the bar and you sit with your little buddies in the corner and that's like your thing. Like, you're a fucking loser. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You don't have some better shit to do? You know, maybe you don't have better shit to do, but that would mean you're a fucking loser. Okay, what else? Okay, here's one. If you are, and this is one that I can personally relate to. If you lie about your relationship, so say you're in a relationship with a woman and you are having an affair or cheating on her or whatever with one or multiple women, whatever it is, but she doesn't know about it. Like, you're keeping it secret from her. You're a loser. Like, it's different than being like polyamorous. Like if you're like it's not even a real relationship. I don't know, like my relationship status. I'm in a polyamorous relationship. Now that doesn't make any sense. Polyamory is not a fucking relationship status. It's like I'm just telling this girl all the other girls that I'm fucking. That's not a relationship. It's like I have this one girl that I just tell her who I'm fucking or something. It's weird. It's not, I don't even think it's a real type relationship. You're just dating, I guess, right? No strings. But if you're honest about it and the girl is okay with that, fine, you're not a loser. It's not a loser thing to do. But if you're like lying to the woman and going behind her back and doing this, you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. What else? If you're above probably 25 years old and you work at a fast food restaurant, unless you were managing that motherfucker like as a store manager, you're probably a fucking loser. Okay? Now, maybe you lost your job and you just had to grab something real quick and you're in the interim. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. If you're working a fast food job and you're not using it to go to something else, you're a fucking loser. And that includes like Starbucks and anything like that. Whatever, fucking high level takeout. Chipotle, I don't fucking know. Panera, it's all the fucking same. I mean, that would even include like fucking like Chili's or fucking Outback, Longhorn, whatever it is, right? If you're not using it to get to the next level, right? You're a fucking loser. Either you should be running the motherfucking place or get a fucking real job, loser. And I'm being awfully judgmental in this. I don't know that everybody that works in fast food is a loser. I'm just trying to think of things off the top of my head. How else can you be a loser? Begging, that's one thing. Oh God. This goes back to like dating and stuff. And like, if you like, begging a chick to be with you. Oh, here's one. What if your chick, right? Like if you're a cuck and your chick, I got it. It goes even farther than this. Okay, so say you're a cuck, your chick is cheating on you, and you know about it or whatever, right? You're a loser. But here's even more. Like if she's doing it and you're okay with it, or you encourage it, or you like get off on it, like, oh yeah, you can totally sleep with my girl and I'll jerk off in the corner. You're a loser. You're a fucking loser. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're a fucking loser. I don't give a shit about sexual liberation. You're a loser. What else? I would say if you're dependent, like if you're a grown-ass man, say for example, if you're, if you're 40, right, and you're still dependent. So like and this could be all sorts. Dependent means a lot of things, but like you're dependent on your parents, or you're dependent on some caretaker, or you're dependent on the government. If you're not a fucking disabled veteran or disabled in some like legitimate way, like you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. Grow the fuck up. What else? I had one. I just had one, and then it's let's see, I had it and then it goes away. I don't know. Totally forgot. I blanked on that one. And I tried to find it and it wasn't there. Damn, I hate when that happens. I fucking hate when that shit happens. You got something in your head and then it's like right there and then it goes away. You're probably a loser if that fucking shit happens to you. What else? Oh, I want to do it so bad. I just don't know if I can defend it. These motherfuckers that drive around in these fucking lifted up trucks and shit. I don't know if you're a loser, but I'm real fucking suspect. I don't know anybody that does that personally, but I'm real fucking suspect of this motherfucker. What else? God, man, like there's so many. There's just so many. Like, there's just so fucking many. I think that if you get tattoos on your neck and face, you're probably a loser. But I don't know if that's true. You could probably do that. Maybe you're a tattoo artist and you just want, you want to display your handiwork to other people. That might be all right. But if you've got tattoos on your neck and face, you're probably a fucking loser or a felon. But I mean, you're a fucking loser. Oh, I found it. See, I had to just kind of marinate for a second. Pot. Look, man, I got a lot of my relationship with pot and my thoughts on pot have really been all over the place, but I would probably say this, like, if you're dependent on it, you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. Hey, that goes back to that dependency one, right? Don't be dependent on shit. You know? Like, be a fucking man. What else? What else? What else? I mean, I would, there's, like I said, there's just so fucking many. I could probably make a list. Like, if you can't change the tire on your car, you're a fucking loser. And maybe you got money or your parents have money and you never had to do that shit. You don't give a fuck. You're still a fucking loser. It's pretty fucking simple. You could probably figure it out on your own. What else? It seems like there's certain cars that fit like losers, and there's one I'm thinking about right now, but I'm probably not going to say it because it's kind of mean. What else? If you pay for an OnlyFans subscription, you're a loser. I hate to tell you that. If you pay for an OnlyFans subscription, you're a loser. You know what's crazy though? There's like these really successful people, like, so Shannon Sharpe, if you know who that is, this is recorded in 2025. So if this is 30 years from now, you won't have a fucking clue. But Shannon Sharpe, we'll just say he's a very successful man. And there's these rumors now that he's like gotten in trouble with this like OnlyFans chick. Why the fuck is Shannon Sharpe on OnlyFans? Like, is Shannon Sharpe having trouble meeting women? You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Now, it's just a rumor, but you could just take this and extrapolate out of this. If you're some successful dude like this, and it's not like he's some like ugly, fat, executive. No, this dude is like shredded football player guy, right? I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame, I believe. Like, and he's very successful. He's good looking. He's anyway, I like him. But what the fuck, dude? And if you're on OnlyFans, you're a fucking loser. It's true. It's very true. Let's see, what else? If you shoot a Glock, you're a fucking loser. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking kidding. Let's see. If you like Tim Kennedy, you're a fucking loser. That might be true, actually. Or you're just... might not even know who that is. I'm just trying to think of shit off the top of my head. What else? I don't know. If you make YouTube videos in your basement, you might be a loser. Just kidding. Let me try to think of one more before we hit the 15-minute mark. If you drink soy milk, you're a fucking loser. Straight up. If you're a fucking Karen, you're a fucking loser. Like, if you're some guy that like rats people out or tells on people like at work, like, you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. I know people who are females that get harassed all the time at work and don't say shit. Not because they can't or wouldn't. It's because they're not fucking losers. And that's even a fucking bad example. Like, you probably should. If you're being sexually harassed at work, fucking tell somebody. But like, if you're some dude and you're like, I don't know, you're a fucking rat, you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. What else? Can I come up with one in the next 15 seconds? Probably can't. I probably can't. Nope. But there's plenty more. I'm sure if I had time to make a list, but I don't make lists in these videos. This is all off the cuff. So the point of this is don't be a loser. No, that's not the point of this. The point is, if you want to be a loser, then do the things in this video and you will be a loser.